Okay, here's we're going to go over break cue. This one's got several different parts in it. You know how we work this, just so you know, is we take we have demos. So the demos were done. I think Coleman and Nick did the demos in terms of Nick did the vocals, Coleman did backing vocals, and Coleman did guitars and bass, and added a drum sample or a mix or a program. Program the drums in somehow through software. So now we're going back and cutting all these with real drums, real bass guitar, or not a different bass guitar. Dave Bailey will be playing bass. So I took the demo and just kind of took it and did my own feel. So I try to replicate as much as I can, but if there's a part that I think could be more interesting, or I could put my own different stamp on it, I will do that, as long as the group approves of the drum part itself. So that's what I did with this one. So you'll see what I mean here in a minute with the travel pattern. So it's got a guitar loop sample, I guess, intro. So it you know, there's like the drums kind of accent some of the key parts, and the drums come in on punches. So the first punch is going to be a quick triplet landing on the snare. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, with this bass drum in between. So that's it. And then the guitar loop goes by, and then I think the next one I do is just basically a triplet with a extra note. The next one is going, you know, the loop is going by. That's the third one. And after this one, I do the off accent notes on the trash cymbal over here, which I don't have, but it would sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, but on a much bigger, trashier, washier cymbal. And I think I do this on the fourth one. And the intro to the actual song itself, going into the rhythm part, is just basically a descending 8th note tom fill with a big flam on the floor tom. So that's the verses. Then it goes into the pre-chorus, and this is the part where you'll hear some triplets on the bass drum. It'll sound something like this. So all I'm doing there, I'm using, you know, 8 notes on the right cymbal. It's going right, left, right, right, left, snare. Right, left, right, right, left, snare. So it's 2 triplets. 1, 2. The fill to the chorus is just descending high to low on 4 tom 16th notes. chorus is going to be, I think on the demo, it's like a double bass thing, but you know, I thought that was boring, honestly. So I took it out and I replaced it with 8 notes on the bass drum, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and I'm doing 16th notes over the top of it on these 2 toms, the floor tom and the middle tom. But I'm adding a backbeat. And every second phrase, I'm hitting the off note on the lower rack tom. So the entire phrase for the chorus sounds like this. You got 8 notes on the bass drum, 6 notes between the floor and high and middle high tom. Then you add a backbeat. Then you add the off note on the every second time on the lower rack tom. So altogether you have this. All right, then it goes back into the verses. Then the build up again where you have the triplets. Then back into the chorus. Then you have a section where you have the descending fills again, but you have it with hard stops with the guitar. And what I'm doing there, I'm doing 16th notes, but I'm doing 4 here and 4 with the feet, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's on each tom. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I do a flam with the feet and floor tom and snare, and go back into as the guitar builds up, and then the guitar goes into a more intense solo. Repeating that chorus phrase, and the last hard stop actually adds an 8th note on there to get back to the snare before doing the outro. So the last one of these is phrased like this. You add the extra note here. Actually, it's 2 8th notes. Goes into a halftime feel. And that ends the song there. So those are the key parts to Seraphiol.